right, can I have you all close your eyes? Okay, I want you to envision your normal, typical, stressful day. Depending on where you are in your life, you're either stressed for a test that you don't feel ready for, or maybe you're late for a work meeting, or your kids are crying and screaming because they're hungry or tired. Whatever it may be, you're just really stressed. Okay, what if I were to tell you that there's something you could do in this very moment to make you feel better? Keep your eyes closed, and now I want you to picture somebody standing in front of you that you love deeply and care about. And now I want you to give them the biggest and tightest hug that you can think of. Okay, open your eyes. Okay, what did you feel? How did you feel when you hugged that person? Did you feel anything?
Relief.
Relief.
Love.
Yeah, because hugging has far more mental and physical benefits than we realize. And so that's why today I want to talk to you about why we should hug more. And so if you just envisioned hugging someone and you felt a little bit of relief, imagine how you would feel if you actually hugged that person. I have a personal experience of where, growing up, I've had times when I've dealt with depression and anxiety in my life, and in those times I've found that, well, actually my mom was the one that realized it, that she for some reason she seemed to know that hugging would make me feel better. And so, like, anytime, I was having maybe really bad anxiety or something, she'd ask me, hey, do you want a hug? Do you need a hug? And even if sometimes I don't feel like I want a hug, if I were to get a hug, then I immediately felt some relief. Maybe it doesn't take away your problems completely, but you do feel some relief when you hug. So what are the benefits of hugging? Well, it improves psychological development. It will also boost your immune system and decrease levels of stress, which is a big one that I think that we can notice individually. And then also, it can lower our risk of heart disease. So the thing about hugging is that there's an immediate result that you feel when you hug, but there's also long-term effects as well. So what happens when you hug is there's a hormone, the stress hormone in your body called cortisol. And what that happens is that decreases as you're hugging, and then the good feeling hormones in your body, which are dopamine and serotonin, increase. And so this is all happening in that moment that you're hugging. So no wonder why you're going to feel, that relief in that lower of your stress. So those long-term effects, if you were to do this every single day for your whole life, imagine how that's going to, react within your body. You're going to, if you're having that cortisol decrease and those good feeling hormones increase, then, and that's happening multiple times a day, then that's going to overall, or over time, make a huge difference. The Psychomatic Society did a study where they took 100 adults and had them sit and watch a 10-minute video with their significant others, and they were to hold hands while they watched the video, and then afterwards they were asked to hug for about 20 seconds. And then there was another group of about 85 that were asked to just rest quietly without their significant others. And then after this, they were asked to think of a time that made them really angry or stressed, or because usually that will make your heartbeat race and like your blood pressure rise. And that happened, but there was something very interesting. The blood pressure of the non-huggers increased more than twice of the huggers, and then their heart rate was about 10 beats per minute versus about 5 for those who hugged. So again, we see that there's an immediate result that comes from hugging. Okay, maybe you're thinking, well, what if I don't have anybody to hug? well, then I would just kindly tell you to find someone. Because there's people everywhere, and hugging, like, it's not hard. And it doesn't have to be weird. You don't even have to say, hey, can you give me a hug? All you have to do is just, you see someone, you're like, oh, hey, just go in and give them a hug. Or, when, oh, if you're saying bye, hug them. And then, just sneak it in somehow. But you can find someone. Maybe you're thinking, well, okay, why can't I just exercise instead and get those benefits? I'm not saying that hugging should replace exercise. I'm just saying that it should be in addition. Because, why not? Because hugging is so easy. You don't have to find a gym to go hug. You don't have to dress in athletic clothes to hug. And there's also a social connection that comes with hugging that you don't get with exercise. Okay, maybe you have an irrational fear of touching people. Some people do, that's okay. But what I would suggest is to get either a pet or a stuffed animal, because just the action of hugging will still kind of give you that stress relief that you need. Because if you think about it, when you're hugging something, you're tightening, and that's tightening your muscles, and so you're using those muscles. You're lowering that cortisol. So just even if you feel weird, it's okay. Do it in your room. Hug a stuffed animal. I've done it before, but just the act of hugging itself makes a difference. Okay, there's a video that I want you to watch. That is a little inspirational video.
Feel like standing the whole day in bed. Thought of getting people feels you dread. Been on the grind, but a dead end job. Stuck on the couch, feeling like a slob. Hug it out. Get it in, hug it out. A holiday keeps the sound away. Everybody hug it out. Drop your knees down the storm drain. Killing your back, driving you insane. Stuck in traffic, you missed the flight. Can't get a wink of sleep at night. Hug it out. Take a break and hug it out. A holiday keeps the stress at bay. Everybody hug it out. Break and retain important dates. Mom's birthday cards, 2 weeks late. Forgot your passwords, you can't log in. Miss your best stop, you just can't win. Hug it out. It's not a way to hug it out. A holiday is the memory stay. Everybody hug it out. Everybody hug it out.
Side effects of hugs may include improved moods, reduced blood pressure, and increase in memory retention. No need to consult a physician, just hug it out. Individual results may vary.
Okay, so I encourage you to every day to find somebody to hug, because not only will it help you, but it will also help them. It's a mutual benefit when you're hugging. So I hope that you'll remember to find someone to hug. Thank you.